Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Automotive Insight. Today we've got a 2016 Ford F150 with the 5-liter Coyote motor in it. Customer states they were driving down the road and they had a steam explosion of some kind. They were able to get it off the side of the road. They found a coolant leak. They've already provided the parts. It ends up being a couple of heater hoses. So let's get to it. Over on the passenger side is our offending culprit. It's this T right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's it. So we got an entire assembly to go with it. So let's get to that. So I always start with the hardest thing first because the stuff that's on the firewall side going to the heater core, those are quick connects, and the ones that go to the engine are also quick connects. The ones down on this oil cooler and on whatever this valve is right here are kind of regular spring clamps. So the hardest ones for me are going to be the ones that are down here on this, right down there on that oil cooler. So we'll get working on those. Orange. All right, so now we've got all the hard hoses off. There is one little kind of Christmas tree looking thing here in the valve cover. We'll work on getting it off. All right, so now we'll get working on these quick connects. This one actually is getting kind of crusty, so it's definitely time to replace all these. That's on that same line that it was already on. But so the quick connects, you kind of have to push. So I'm pushing the fitting in this direction, and there's these barbs that are on either side. So you have to push it in and then push the tab down. It's often easier said than done. So the other part stays on there. So we'll go ahead and do that with that one, and same deal with those two on the heater core. So we got the hoses out of the way. We'll go ahead and work on taking these what's left of these quick connects off. So I just use a pick, kind of pull them over that lip that's on there. And we'll do that to all 4 of them. So to make things as smooth as possible, I like to put a little bit of synthetic grease in all my holes, especially in the ones that have the quick connects on them, because there's an O-ring on there. You don't want to run the risk of like rolling that O-ring or cutting it. So I'll go ahead and put some lube. All right, so we actually went back and double checked our video. What happened was where I'll show you on the old one, where this factory zip tie was, it had slid down. Well, it slid down this way and made this one way shorter. So then I was trying to think of, well, I'm pretty sure that this one went where I put it, but why wasn't this one long enough? So I did have to slide this back a fair bit because this clamp was, or zip tie was like closer down here. So food for thought. All right, now we'll get working on deploying these clamps, which is sometimes easier said than done.
I can be your hero, baby.
I don't need no hero, baby.
There you go.
Okay. There's all the hard ones. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there.
Where does that one
Here.
go?
So we went ahead and pulled a vacuum on this thing. It held vacuum. Now we're just doing our vacuum refill. This isn't necessary. You don't have to do this, but it's cheap insurance. If it holds a vacuum, it'll hold at least some pressure. So that's why we do it. Plus, it helps the air bleeding process.
Well, sometimes stuff like this is necessary for certain vehicles.
Mm-hmm. So we got the air bled out of it. We went ahead and pressure tested it for good measure. We don't have any leaks anywhere. For the uninitiated, bleeding it basically just means you leave the cap off of it and get it up to operating temperature. You want it to be blowing hot air at idle. Once it's doing that, all the air's bled out of it, and you put the cap back on it. So parts and labor breakdown, that part, you can get it cheaper aftermarket from like Dorman. The one that they got, I looked it up. It was about $100. We used 1 gallon of coolant, and that was, I think it's like $26 for that. The only two tools that you need are a pair of pliers and a pick. This is a pretty simple job. Labor calls for like 1.2 for all those hoses. It has them listed individually, so I sort of made that up based on kind of an average of all of the hoses together. But this is very simple, super, probably the least amount of tools that we've ever used on a repair for the video. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Hopefully we earned a thumbs up from you. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. We have new content for you every single week, so consider subscribing to the channel. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
I'll pick you up at 8. You probably won't be awake. Call yourself an Uber, babe. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
I can be your hero, baby. I like lubing all my holes.